maintenance, repo work when the dealership needs muscle, coaching kids at the YMCA for $12 an hour. Emily made partner at Holbrook and Dean 2 years ago. She wears suits that cost more than my truck. We live in different worlds, but we share a mortgage and a daughter. Had a daughter who liked me anyway. Sam's 18 now, freshman at State, and her TikTok bio says, recovering from childhood. Last week she posted a video calling me the participation trophy of dads. Got 40,000 likes. Emily's still talking. I can't wait either. Tuesday feels like forever. Tuesday. That's tomorrow. She told me she had a work retreat in Columbus, leaving early, back Thursday. Maybe she's talking to her mother, I think. Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. I slide out from under the truck and stand there in my driveway, looking at my house. It's a decent house, 3-bedroom colonial we bought when Sam was born. Emily wanted the good school district. I wanted a garage. We both got what we wanted, but somewhere along the way, we stopped wanting each other. The kitchen light goes off. I wait 5 minutes, then go inside. Emily's already in bed, back turned, breathing steady. I stand in the doorway, still in my greasy work clothes, and I think about asking her, about Tuesday, about the room and the wine and that voice. But I don't, because I already know. I sleep on the couch. The next morning, Emily's gone before I wake up. There's a note on the counter. Columbus retreat, back Thursday. Check on Sam if you have time. If I have time. Like our daughter's an oil change, I might squeeze in. I make coffee and think about what I heard. The smart move is to let it go, file for divorce, split everything 50-50, and move on. That's what a reasonable person would do. But I've been reasonable for 3 years. Reasonable while Emily climbed the corporate ladder. Reasonable while she stopped coming to Sam's high school games. Reasonable while she started working late 3 nights a week and coming home smelling like hotel soap. I'm done being reasonable. I call my buddy Derek, who works security at the Grandview Hotel downtown. 20 minutes later, I know Emily checked in yesterday at 4 p.m. Room 412, charged to the firm's account, but the room service, 2 steaks, 2 bottles of wine, chocolate-covered strawberries, went on her personal card. The name on the reservation, Emily Sullivan and guest. Not even creative enough to use a fake name. I'm in my truck, heading downtown, before I can talk myself out of it. But I don't go to the hotel. I go to Emily's office. Holbrook and Dean occupies the top 2 floors of the nicest building in Millbrook. Glass and steel, looks like it was airlifted from Chicago. I park across the street and wait. At 11:30, Emily comes out with Dean Holbrook himself. He's 42, silver hair, drives a Mercedes S-Class, married with 2 kids in private school. He's also Emily's boss, and apparently, her Tuesday night plans. They walk to the parking garage. I follow on foot. The Mercedes is on the 3rd level. They're standing by the driver's door talking. Then Emily laughs, that same syrupy laugh, and Dean puts his hand on her waist. She doesn't move away. He leans in and they kiss. It's not a peck. It's not friendly. It's the kind of kiss that says, this isn't the first time. I'm standing behind a concrete pillar, watching my wife kiss another man, and I feel something crack inside my chest. Not my heart breaking. That's too poetic. This is structural, like a weight-bearing wall giving way. I wait until they separate. Dean gets in his car. Emily walks toward her Lexus, parked 2 spaces over. I wait until they're both gone. Then I walk to the Mercedes. I don't key it. That's what angry teenagers do. Instead, I take the condom wrapper I've been carrying in my pocket, bought it this morning, still in the package, and tear it open. I place the wrapper on the dashboard, clearly visible through the windshield. Then, I take a photo. On my way out, I stop by Emily's car and leave a note under her wiper. Tuesday night looks fun. Say hi to Dean for me. The Queen of England. I'm at the YMCA, coaching a kid's boxing class, when my phone rings. It's Emily. I let it go to voicemail. She calls again. and again. The fourth time I answer, "Hey babe, how's Columbus?" "Jack." Her voice is ice. "What the hell did you do?" "Me? I'm teaching kids how to throw a jab. What did you do?" Silence. Then, "The security footage from the parking garage. They have you on camera." "Footage of what? Me walking through a parking garage? That's not illegal." "You left something in Dean's car." "Did I? Funny, I don't remember that. Maybe Dean left it there himself. Maybe he should be more careful." "Jack, I swear to God." "How's Columbus, Emily? Nice retreat? Learning a lot?" She hangs up. I'm smiling. It's not a nice smile. One of the kids, a 10-year-old named Marcus, looks at me funny. "Coach Jack, you okay?" "Never better, champ. Never better." That night, Emily comes home. Not Thursday. Tonight. She walks in at 8 p.m., still in her work clothes, face like a thunderstorm. I'm on the couch, watching a Clint Eastwood movie. I don't look up. "We need to talk," she says. "Sure. How was your retreat?" "Cut the crap, Jack. I know you know." I pause the movie. Look at her. "Know what?" "About Dean." "Dean Holbrook? Your boss? What about him?" She sits down in the chair across from me. Her lawyer face is on, calm, controlled, calculating. "This doesn't have to get ugly." "Oh, I think it's already pretty ugly. You're sleeping with your boss. That's textbook ugly." "We're adults. These things happen." "These things." I laugh. It sounds wrong, even to me. "Is that what you call it?" "I want a divorce. We can do this civilly, split everything fairly, co-parent Sam like adults." "Co-parent. Right. Because you've been so involved in Sam's life lately." "Don't." Her voice sharpens. "Don't make this about Sam. You made it about Sam when you stopped showing up for her, when you started choosing Dean over your family." "I didn't choose Dean over anyone. I chose myself. I chose my career. I chose to stop being married to a man who gave up." That lands. I feel it in my gut. "Gave up," I repeat. "You lost the gym, Jack. That was 3 years ago. You've done nothing since. You work odd jobs. You coach kids for pocket change. You drive a truck that's older than our daughter. I can't do this anymore. I can't carry both of us." I stand up. "You want a divorce? Fine. But you don't get to rewrite history. You don't get to pretend I'm the villain here." "I'm not pretending anything. I'm being honest, finally." "Honest. That's rich, coming from someone who's been lying for months." "I'm not lying anymore. I'm with Dean. We're together, and I'm filing for divorce." She stands, walks to the door, then turns back. "And Jack? If you pull another stunt like today, I'll get a restraining order. Dean's already talking to his lawyer." She leaves. The door closes. I sit back down and stare at the TV, but I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking about that cracking sound in my chest, the weight-bearing wall. It's gone now. Nothing left to hold me up, or hold me back. The restraining order arrives on Friday. Temporary, pending a hearing. I'm not allowed within 500 feet of Emily's office or Dean Holbrook's residence. It doesn't mention our house, so technically I can still live here, but Emily's lawyer is pushing for me to move out. I call my old boxing coach, Ray Martinez. He's 73, runs a bait shop now, but he's the smartest guy I know. "You want my advice?" Ray says. We're sitting in his shop, surrounded by fishing rods and the smell of live worms. "Walk away. She wants the divorce, give it to her. Take your half and start over." "She doesn't want half. She wants everything." "Then fight her in court." "With what money?" "She's got a law firm backing her. I've got $12 an hour and a truck with 200,000 miles. Ray leans back, studying me. "You want to win? You don't fight fair with cheaters." "What's that mean?" "Means you're thinking like a boxer. Stand-up fight, Queensberry rules. But she's playing a different game. You want to beat her? You got to play her game." "I'm not a lawyer." "No, but you're smart. And you know things about her. Things that matter." I think about that. "What kind of things?" "That's for you to figure out. But Jack, Whatever you do, don't do it angry. Anger makes you sloppy. You want revenge? You do it cold. I start digging. Emily's not careful. She never has been. She leaves her laptop open, her passwords on sticky notes, her phone unlocked on the counter. For years I never looked. Privacy, trust, all that. Not anymore. Her email is a gold mine. I find messages between her and Dean going back 8 months. They're not even subtle. Can't wait to see you tonight. Last night was amazing. My husband doesn't suspect a thing. That last one stings, but I keep reading. There's more. Emily's been hiding money. She opened a separate bank account 4 months ago, been funneling cash from our joint account into it. Not much, 100 here, 200 there, but it adds up. $6,000 so far. I find emails to a divorce attorney from 6 weeks ago. She's been planning this. The affair, the money, the exit strategy. All of it. And then I find the real dirt. Emily's been cutting corners at work. Not illegal exactly, but shady. She billed a client for 40 hours on a case she settled in 20. She charged another client for research expenses that don't exist. Small stuff, but enough to get her in trouble if the right people found out. I screenshot everything, every email, every bank statement, every shady billing record. I save it all to a thumb drive and hide it in my toolbox. Then I start planning. The first move is small. I call the building inspector's office and report a plumbing issue at Emily's condo. She bought it 2 years ago as an investment property, rents it out to a young couple. The inspector finds a dozen code violations, leaky pipes, faulty wiring, mold in the basement. The building gets fined. Emily has to pay for repairs. It's not much, but it's a start. The second move is bigger. I hire a private investigator named Lewis Carver. He's ex-cop, works out of a dingy office above a pawn shop, charges $200 a day plus expenses. I give him Dean's name and address. "What am I looking for?" Lewis asks. "Anything, everything. I want to know who this guy really is." Louis calls me 3 days later. "Your boy's got a gambling problem. Owes 30 grand to a bookie in Cleveland. Also, he's not just sleeping with your wife. There's at least 2 other women. One's a paralegal at his firm. The other's a bartender at the country club. You got proof? Photos, credit card statements, text messages. Guy's not even trying to hide it. Send me everything." I'm at the diner, eating breakfast and planning my next move, when my phone buzzes. It's a text from Sam. "Dad, we need to talk. Call me." I call. She answers on the first ring. "What's going on with you and Mom?" she asks. No hello, no small talk. "We're getting divorced. She didn't tell you?" "She told me. She also told me you've been harassing her and Dean. Is that true?" "Harassing? No. I left a note on her car. That's not harassment." "She has a restraining order, Dad. That's serious." "She's sleeping with her boss, Sam. That's serious too." Silence. Then, "I know about Dean." "You know?" "She told me. She said they're in love. She said you've been holding her back for years." I close my eyes. "And you believe that?" "I don't know what to believe. But Dad, you can't keep doing this. You're making everything worse." "I'm making it worse?" "Sam, she's the one who cheated. She's the one who lied. And you're the one who gave up. She's right about that. You used to be someone, Dad. Now you're just angry." She hangs up before I can respond. I sit there, staring at my eggs, and I realize Emily's already won the most important battle. She turned our daughter against me. That's when I decide to stop playing small. Emily's sister Jessica is getting married in 3 weeks. Big wedding, 200 guests, at the Riverside Estate outside town. Emily's the maid of honor. I'm invited, technically, because Jessica and I used to be close, before. Jessica calls me on Sunday. "Jack, I need to ask you something." "Shoot." "It's about the wedding. I'm inviting Trevor, my ex, and I need you to be okay with that." Trevor Caldwell, Jessica's college boyfriend. They dated for 2 years. Broke up when he met Monica, married Monica 6 months later. That was 5 years ago. I've met Trevor a few times at family events. Slick guy, works in finance, drives a BMW, always has a story about some deal he's closing. Why would you invite your ex to your wedding? I ask. Because he's still my friend. And if you really loved me, you'd understand that. That phrase, if you really loved me, is Jessica's favorite weapon. She's 29, pretty, spoiled, and used to getting her way. Does your fiancé know about this? I ask. Brian's fine with it. He trusts me. Good for Brian. But Jess, why are you asking my permission? I'm not your dad. No, but your family. And I don't want drama at my wedding. Then maybe don't invite your ex. Jack, please, just be cool about it. For me. I think about Emily, about Dean, about Sam calling me angry. I think about Ray's advice, don't fight fair with cheaters. Sure, I say. I'll be cool. I'm not cool. I call Monica Caldwell. We've met a few times, mostly at family gatherings. She's smart, sharp, works as an accountant for the city. I tell her about Jessica's wedding, about Trevor being invited. That's interesting, Monica says. Her voice is calm, but I hear the edge underneath. Trevor told me he wasn't going, said he had a work thing. Maybe he forgot to mention it. Maybe. A pause. Jack, why are you telling me this? Because I think Trevor and Jessica are closer than they should be, and I think you deserve to know. You have proof? Not yet, but I'm working on it. Keep me posted. The rehearsal dinner is on Friday. I show up in a suit I haven't worn in 5 years, smelling like mothballs and regret. The venue is fancy. White tablecloths, crystal glasses, waiters in bow ties. Emily's there with Dean. They're not hiding it anymore. He's got his hand on her back. She's laughing at his jokes. They're acting like a couple. Sam's there, too. She sees me, waves, but doesn't come over. Jessica's at the head table with Brian, her fiancé. He's a nice guy, works in IT, probably makes decent money. Boring, but stable. The kind of guy Jessica should marry. Trevor's there, too, sitting at a side table, chatting with some bridesmaids. Monica's not with him. Interesting. I grab a drink and watch. Trevor keeps glancing at Jessica. She keeps glancing back. It's subtle, but it's there. I'm about to approach Trevor when Emily intercepts me. What are you doing here? She asks. I was invited. By Jessica, not by me. Good thing it's not your wedding then. Dean appears behind her. Is there a problem? I look at him. Really look at him. He's handsome in that polished, expensive way. Perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect tie. The kind of guy who's never thrown a punch or taken one. No problem, I say. Just catching up with my wife. Ex-wife, Emily corrects. Not yet. Dean steps closer. Look, Jack, I get it. This is hard for you, but you need to move on. Emily has. I smile. You're right, Dean. I should move on. But first, I've got a question. Does your wife know you're here? His face tightens. That's none of your business. Probably not, but I bet she'd be interested to know about the paralegal, and the bartender, and my wife. That's 3 women, Dean. You got a frequent cheater card or something? Emily's face goes white. Jack, stop. Why? He's the one who can't keep it in his pants. Dean's jaw clenches. You need to leave. Or what? You'll call security? Go ahead. I'm sure they'd love to hear about your gambling debts too. 30 grand, right? That's a lot of money for a guy with a wife and 2 kids. Dean takes a step back. Emily grabs my arm. Jack, please, don't do this. I pull away. I'm not doing anything, I'm just talking. Free speech, right? You're a lawyer, you should know that. I walk away before they can respond. On my way out, I stop by Trevor's table. Hey, Trevor, enjoying the party? He looks up, surprised. Jack, yeah, it's nice. Monica couldn't make it? His smile falters. She's got a work thing. That's too bad. She's missing a great party. Hey, you and Jessica seem close. Old times, huh? We're just friends. Right, friends. I lean in, lower my voice. Trevor, word of advice. If you're gonna cheat, be smarter about it. People notice things. I leave him sitting there, confused and worried. Outside, I light a cigarette. I quit 5 years ago, but tonight feels like a special occasion, and call Monica. It's Jack. You free tomorrow? I think we should talk. Monica meets me at a coffee shop on Saturday morning. She's dressed casually, jeans, sweater, no makeup. But she looks sharp, alert, like she's ready for a fight. Thanks for coming, I say. You said you had proof about Trevor and Jessica. Not proof yet, but I'm close. I need your help. She stirs her coffee, watching me. What kind of help? I tell her about the wedding, about Trevor's lies, about the glances between him and Jessica. I tell her I think they're having an emotional affair, maybe more. I need access to Trevor's phone, I say. Or his computer, anything with messages. Monica shakes her head. I'm not doing that. If Trevor's cheating, I'll deal with it my own way. Fair enough. But what if I could prove it without you getting involved? Would you want to know? She considers this. Yes. Then trust me, I'll get the proof. And when I do, I'll share it with you. Why are you doing this, Jack? What's in it for you? I think about Emily, about Dean, about Sam's words. You're just angry. Revenge, I say. Pure and simple. Monica smiles. It's not a warm smile. I can respect that. I hire Lewis again. This time, I want him to follow Trevor. Lewis is good. He gets photos of Trevor and Jessica meeting for coffee, for lunch, for drinks, always when Trevor's supposed to be at work, always when Jessica's supposed to be with Brian. The photos aren't explicit, but they're damning. Hands touching across the table. Long hugs goodbye. The kind of intimacy that goes beyond friendship. I send the photos to Monica. She calls me an hour later. I want in, she says.
You cheated on me. You betrayed me. You destroyed our family.
Yes, I cheated. And you're the one to blame. You were never there for me. We're divorcing.
You get nothing. The house is mine. The money is mine. You'll live on the street. What?
Want to know who I cheated with? Your boss! He's a real man!
You're finished! I'll make sure you get nothing! You hear me? Nothing!
I don't need your money. I'm leaving you for him. He's twice the man you are. And you know what else?
On what? Whatever you're planning. I want to be part of it. Monica, this could get messy. Good, I like messy. The wedding is on Saturday. I spend the week preparing. I rent a projector and a screen. I compile every piece of evidence I have, Emily's emails with Dean, Dean's gambling debts, his other affairs, Trevor and Jessica's meetings, everything. I create a slideshow set to autoplay, 45 slides of dirty secrets. On Friday, I visit the Riverside estate. The wedding coordinator, a nervous woman named Brenda, shows me around. I tell her I'm helping with the audio-visual setup for the reception. She believes me because I'm wearing a polo shirt with AV Solutions printed on it. I bought it online for $20. I set up the projector in the reception hall, hidden behind a decorative screen. I test it. It works perfectly. You're all set, Brenda says. Great. I'll be back tomorrow to make sure everything runs smoothly. The wedding is beautiful. Jessica looks stunning in her dress. Brian looks nervous but happy. Emily's the maid of honor, standing at the altar in a lavender gown. Dean's in the audience, 3 rows back. Trevor's there too, sitting with his parents. Monica's not there. Yet. The ceremony goes off without a hitch. Jessica and Brian exchange vows, kiss, walk down the aisle as husband and wife. Everyone applauds. The reception starts at 6, cocktail hour, dinner, speeches. I'm sitting at a table in the back, watching, waiting. At 7:30, the best man gives his speech. It's funny, heartfelt, gets a big laugh. Then Emily stands up for her maid of honor speech. She talks about Jessica, about growing up together, about how proud she is. She mentions Brian, says he's perfect for Jessica. She doesn't mention Trevor. When she sits down, I stand up. "Excuse me," I say, loud enough to be heard. "I'd like to say a few words." Jessica looks at me, confused. Brian looks annoyed. Emily looks furious. "Jack, sit down," Emily hisses. I ignore her. I walk to the front of the room where the microphone is. "Hi everyone, I'm Jack Sullivan. Some of you know me, I'm Emily's husband, for now." That gets a few nervous laughs. "I just wanted to share something special with you all, a little slideshow, a tribute, if you will, to love and honesty." I pull out a remote and press a button. The projector behind the decorative screen turns on. The screen lights up. The first slide is a text message from Emily to Dean. "Can't wait to see you tonight. My husband doesn't suspect a thing." The room goes silent. The second slide is a photo of Dean kissing Emily in the parking garage. The third slide is a bank statement showing Emily's secret account. The fourth slide is a list of Dean's gambling debts. People are standing now, pointing, murmuring. Emily's on her feet, screaming at me to stop. Dean's trying to get to the projector, but the crowd's in the way. The fifth slide is a photo of Trevor and Jessica holding hands at a coffee shop. The sixth slide is a text from Jessica to Trevor. "I miss you. I wish things were different." Brian's face goes white. Jessica's crying. Trevor's trying to leave, but someone's blocking the door. The seventh slide is an email from Dean to a paralegal. "Last night was incredible. Same time next week?" The eighth slide is a photo of Dean with the bartender, kissing in a parking lot. The ninth slide is a financial document showing Dean embezzling from the firm's charity fund. This one's courtesy of Monica, who's been digging through the city's records for the past week. The room explodes. People are shouting, crying, laughing. Emily's trying to grab the remote from me. Dean's being confronted by his wife, who apparently showed up uninvited. Trevor's being dragged toward the exit by his father. Monica walks in through the side door. She's dressed to kill. Black dress, heels, perfect makeup. She walks straight to Trevor, slaps him across the face, and says, loud enough for everyone to hear, "We're done." Then she walks over to me, takes the remote, and presses a button. The final slide appears. It's a photo of Dean, Emily, Trevor, and Jessica, all together at a restaurant last month. The caption reads, "Cheaters Club, Founding Members." Monica hands me the remote. "Nice work, Jack." I look at Emily. She's standing in the middle of the chaos, mascara running, dress wrinkled, reputation destroyed. She looks at me with pure hatred. "You're a monster," she says. I smile. "Yeah, but they'll never forget my name." I walk out. Monica follows. Behind us, the reception descends into chaos. I can hear shouting, crying, glass breaking. Outside, Monica lights a cigarette. "That was fun. Glad you enjoyed it. What now?" "Now? Now I disappear for a while. Let the dust settle." "Good luck, Jack." "You too, Monica." She walks to her car. I walk to my truck. I'm about to get in when Sam appears. "Dad," she says. Her face is pale, her eyes red. "Sam, I didn't think you'd be here. I wasn't invited, but I heard about it. Everyone's talking about it. It's all over social media. I'm sorry you had to see that." "Are you?" "Because it seems like you planned the whole thing." "I did." "Why?" "Because they deserved it. All of them." "And what about me? Did I deserve to have my family destroyed in front of 200 people? That stops me. I look at my daughter, and I see the hurt in her eyes. The betrayal. "Sam, don't. Just don't. I don't want to hear it." She walks away. I watch her go, and I feel that cracking sound again. The weight-bearing wall collapsing. But it's too late to stop now. The fallout is immediate and brutal. By Sunday morning, the wedding disaster is the top story on every local news site. Revenge slideshow ruins wedding. Husband exposes wife's affair at sister's reception. Chaos at Riverside Estate. My phone won't stop ringing. Reporters, lawyers, people I haven't talked to in years. I ignore them all. Emily files for an emergency restraining order. This one's not temporary. She wants me out of the house, away from her, away from Sam. The hearing's on Tuesday. Dean's law firm releases a statement. Dean Holbrook has taken a leave of absence to address personal matters. Translation. They're investigating the embezzlement. Trevor and Monica's divorce is filed on Monday. Monica's lawyer is going for blood. She wants the house, the cars, the 401k, everything. Jessica and Brian's marriage is annulled on Wednesday. Turns out, you can do that if the marriage was based on fraud. Brian's lawyer argues that Jessica was still in love with Trevor, making the marriage invalid. The judge agrees. And me? I'm public enemy number 1. The restraining order hearing is a disaster. Emily's lawyer paints me as a vindictive, unstable stalker. They show the security footage from the parking garage, the note I left on her car, the texts I sent. They call witnesses, Dean, Jessica, even Sam. Sam takes the stand and says, "My father's not the man I thought he was. He's angry and vengeful, and I'm scared of what he might do next." That hurts worse than anything Emily or Dean could say. The judge grants the restraining order. I'm not allowed within 1,000 feet of Emily, Dean, or Jessica. I have to move out of the house. I have 2 weeks to find a new place. I'm staying at a motel on the edge of town. The Starlight Inn, $40 a night, smells like cigarettes and desperation. My room has a double bed, a TV that gets 3 channels, and a view of the parking lot. I'm sitting on the bed drinking gas station whiskey when Lewis calls. "You see the news?" he asks. "Which news?" "Dean's been arrested. Embezzlement, fraud, tax evasion. The DA's throwing the book at him." "Good." "Emily's been suspended from the firm, pending investigation into her billing practices." "Even better." "Jack, you did it. You destroyed them." "Yeah, I did. So why don't you sound happy?" I think about Sam's face on the witness stand, about the way she looked at me like I was a stranger. "Because I lost everything too," I say. Ray calls me on Thursday. "You need to come by the shop. We need to talk." I drive out to the bait shop. Ray's sitting behind the counter reading a newspaper. He looks up when I walk in. "You look like hell," he says. "Thanks. Sit down." I sit. Ray folds the newspaper and looks at me. "You got your revenge," he says. "Feel good?" "Not really. That's because revenge is a poison. It kills the person you're aiming at, but it kills you too. Thanks for the fortune cookie wisdom. I'm serious, Jack. You won. Emily's career is over. Dean's going to prison. Trevor and Jessica are done. You destroyed them all. But what did you gain? Justice. Justice, or just more pain? I don't answer. Sam won't talk to you, Ray says. Your friends won't return your calls. You're living in a motel. You've got no job, no family, no future. Was it worth it? Yes, I say. But I don't believe it. The divorce is finalized in November. Emily gets the house, the cars, most of the savings. I get my truck and a small settlement, enough to live on for a few months if I'm careful. Sam's not talking to me. I've called, texted, emailed, nothing. Dean's trial is set for February. The evidence is overwhelming. He's looking at 10 years minimum. Emily's working as a paralegal now. She couldn't find another lawyer job after the suspension. She's living in her condo, the one with all the code violations. I heard she's dating someone new, a dentist. Good for her. Trevor moved to Cleveland. Monica got the house. She sends me a Christmas card with a note. Thanks for everything. You're a hell of a friend. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or an insult. Jessica's back with her parents. She's not talking to Emily either. The family's fractured, maybe permanently. And me? I'm still at the Starlight Inn. I got a job at a warehouse, loading trucks. It's minimum wage, but it's something. I'm alone, completely alone. And I did this to myself. It's December when I get the call. Unknown number. I almost don't answer. Dad? My heart stops. Sam? Yeah, it's me. Sam, I'm so sorry. I know I screwed up. I know I hurt you, but Dad, stop. I'm not calling to forgive you. I'm calling because I need to understand. Why did you do it? I sit down on the motel bed. Because I was angry, because they hurt me, and I wanted to hurt them back. And did it work? Do you feel better? No. Then why? Because I didn't know what else to do. I felt powerless, like I'd lost everything, and I thought if I could make them feel that way too, it would balance things out. But it didn't. No, it didn't. Silence. Then, I don't know if I can forgive you, Dad, but I want to try. Not now. Maybe not for a long time. But someday. That's more than I deserve. Yeah, it is. She hangs up. I sit there holding the phone, and I realize something. Revenge didn't fix anything. It didn't make me whole. It didn't bring back what I lost. But maybe someday I can rebuild. Not what I had, but something new, something better. Or maybe I'm just lying to myself. It's January when the final piece falls into place. I'm at the warehouse loading boxes when my phone rings. It's Monica. Jack, you need to see this. See what? Check your email. I take a break, pull out my phone, open my email. There's a message from Monica with an attachment. I open it. It's a video, security footage from the Riverside estate, from the night of the wedding. It shows Dean and Emily arguing in the parking lot after the reception. Emily's screaming at him, blaming him for everything. Dean's yelling back, saying it's her fault, she's the one who got greedy. Then Emily slaps him. Dean grabs her arm. She pulls away, stumbles, falls. Dean doesn't help her up. He just gets in his car and drives away. The video ends. What am I supposed to do with this? I ask Monica. Whatever you want. But I thought you should know. Dean's not the only villain in this story. I think about that. About Emily. About everything she did. About how she blamed me for giving up, for not being enough. But I also think about Sam. About Ray's words. Revenge is a poison. I delete the video. Thanks, Monica, but I'm done. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure. It's March when I see Emily again. I'm at the grocery store buying ramen and beer when I spot her in the produce section. She looks different, thinner, tired, older. She's wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, no makeup. She looks normal. She sees me. For a moment, we just stare at each other. Then she walks over. Jack. Emily. How are you? Fine. You? Fine. Silence. I heard about Dean's sentencing, I say. 8 years. Yeah. I'm sorry. She looks at me, surprised. Are you? Yeah, I am. I didn't want him to go to prison. I just wanted him to leave you alone. Well, you got your wish. I guess I did. More silence. Sam told me she called you, Emily says. She did. She's trying, Jack, to forgive you, to move on. I know I'm trying too. Emily nods. Good. She starts to walk away, then stops. Jack, for what it's worth, I'm sorry too, for everything. Me too. She leaves. I stand there in the produce section, holding a box of ramen, and I feel something shift. Not forgiveness, not closure, but maybe acceptance. Maybe that's enough. It's June. 6 months since the wedding. I'm still at the warehouse, still at the Starlight Inn, still alone. But I'm not angry anymore. I'm just tired. I'm sitting outside my motel room smoking a cigarette when a car pulls into the parking lot. It's a BMW. Trevor's BMW. He gets out, walks over, sits down next to me. Jack. Trevor. I heard you were here. Thought I'd stop by. Why? To thank you. I laugh. Thank me? For what? For blowing up my life. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Monica and we were miserable. We'd been miserable for years, but we were too scared to admit it. You forced us to face it, and now we're both happier. Monica's happy. She's engaged to a guy from her office. Nice guy. Treats her well. Good for her. And me? I'm in therapy, working on myself, trying to figure out who I am without all the lies. That's great, Trevor, really. He stands up. I know you probably don't believe me, but I mean it. Thank you. He leaves. I sit there, thinking about what he said, about how sometimes destruction is necessary, about how sometimes you have to burn everything down to build something new. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe that's what this was all about. Or maybe I'm just trying to make sense of the chaos. It's August when Sam shows up at the motel. She's driving her own car now, a used Honda she bought with money from her summer job. Hey, Dad. Sam, what are you doing here? I wanted to see you, talk to you. We sit outside on the plastic chairs in front of my room. She tells me about school, about her friends, about her life. She doesn't mention the wedding. She doesn't mention Emily or Dean or any of it. I've been thinking, she says, about what you did, about why you did it. Yeah? I think I get it now. You were hurt. You felt betrayed. And you lashed out. It wasn't right, but I understand it. I'm sorry, Sam, for everything. I know, and I forgive you. Those words hit me harder than any punch I ever took in the ring. Thank you, I say. But Dad, you need to move on. You can't keep living like this. I know. So what are you going to do? I think about that, about the warehouse, the motel, the empty future stretching out in front of me. I don't know, I say, but I'll figure it out. It's September when I get the call from Ray. Jack, I need your help. With what? The bait shop. I'm getting too old to run it by myself. I need a partner, someone I can trust. Ray, I don't know anything about fishing. You'll learn. And besides, it's not really about the fishing. It's about the people, about being part of something. I think about that, about being part of something, about having a purpose again. Okay, I say. I'm in. It's October. 1 year since I heard Emily's voice through the kitchen window. 1 year since everything fell apart. I'm standing behind the counter at Ray's bait shop, helping a kid pick out his first fishing rod. The kid's excited, asking a million questions, and I'm answering them as best I can. Ray's in the back, organizing inventory. The shop smells like worms and wood polish and coffee. It's not glamorous, but it's honest work. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Sam. Proud of you, Dad. I smile. I'm not the man I used to be. I'm not a fighter, not a gym owner, not a husband. I'm just Jack Sullivan, part owner of a bait shop in a dying town. But maybe that's enough. Maybe I don't need to be somebody. Maybe I just need to be me. It's November when the community fundraiser happens. It's a big deal in Millbrook. Black tie event, silent auction, speeches from local politicians. The money goes to the youth center, which is always struggling. I'm not planning to go. But Ray convinces me. You need to get out, Jack, see people, be part of the community. So I rent a suit, show up at the event, and try to blend in. Emily's there. So is Dean. He's out on bail, awaiting appeal. They're not together anymore, but they're both part of the same social circle. I'm standing by the bar, nursing a drink, when Dean approaches me. Jack. Dean. Can we talk? About what? About what happened. About everything. We step outside, away from the crowd. I'm sorry, Dean says, for what I did, for hurting you, for hurting Emily, for all of it. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say, Dean? That I forgive you? I don't. But I'm done being angry about it. Fair enough. We stand there in silence. Then Dean says, You know what the worst part is? I thought I loved her, Emily. I thought we had something real. But it was just an escape from my marriage, from my debts, from everything. And now? Now I'm facing 10 years in prison. My wife divorced me. My kids won't talk to me. I lost everything. Yeah, you did. Was it worth it? The revenge? I think about that. About Sam, about the bait shop, about the life I'm building. No, I say. It wasn't. Dean nods. I figured. He goes back inside. I stay outside, looking at the stars. It's December. The fundraiser's over, the holidays are coming, and I'm sitting in the bait shop, watching the snow fall. Ray's gone home for the day. The shop's empty. It's just me and the quiet. My phone rings. It's an unknown number. Hello? Jack Sullivan? Yeah. This is Marcus Webb. I'm a reporter with the Millbrook Gazette. I'm doing a story on the wedding incident from last year. I was hoping to get your side of things. No comment. Mr. Sullivan, people are calling you a villain. Don't you want to tell your story? I think about that. About being a villain. About revenge and pain and everything I've lost. No, I say. I don't. I hang up. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter if they call me a villain or a hero or anything in between. What matters is that I'm still here, still standing, still trying, and maybe that's enough. It's January, new year, new start. I'm at the bait shop organizing tackle boxes when the door opens. It's Emily. Jack. Emily, what are you doing here? I wanted to talk, if that's okay? Sure. We sit down at the small table in the corner. Emily looks nervous, fidgeting with her hands. I've been thinking, she says, about everything that happened, about what I did, what you did, all of it. Okay. And I realize something. We both made mistakes. We both hurt each other, but we also hurt ourselves. Yeah, we did. I don't want to be angry anymore, Jack. I don't want to hate you. I just want to move on. Me too. So, truce? She holds out her hand. I shake it. Truce. She stands up, starts to leave, then turns back. For what it's worth, Jack, I hope you find what you're looking for. You too, Emily. She leaves. I sit there, looking at the door, and I realize something. I'm not looking for anything anymore. I'm just living, day by day, moment by moment, and maybe that's the point. It's March, spring's coming. The ice on the lake is melting, the birds are returning, and the bait shop's getting busy again. Sam stops by one afternoon. She's home on spring break, looking happy and healthy.